Om Shri Sai Ram, offering our most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Bhagwan, our Satguru, Jagat Guru, and Gurunam Guru. Greetings to one and all on this beautiful occasion of Guru Purnima. It was the January of 2007, and Swami was in the South Indian city of Chennai for the Atirudra Mahayagnam. He had taken along with him some students who would get the opportunity to speak in his divine presence before the divine discourse. One day, Swami asked one of the students, "What are you speaking about?" Swami on Guru. Who is a Guru? He said, Swami Gukaro Gunatitaha Rukaro Rupa Varjita. Gunatita means one who is beyond all attributes, and Rupa Varjita means one who doesn't have a form, who is beyond all forms. Now Swami asked the boy, "Do you have a Guru?" "Yes, Swami, you." "Kani nak rupa munde," Swami said. "But I have a form. You just now said that a Guru doesn't have a form. How can I be your Guru?" He said, "Swami, I don't know all of that. You are my Guru, and that's it." Swami then said, "Boys have not digested things completely, and I will explain to you all of this." Now, these two demonstrate our attitude, most of our attitude towards Bhagwan and Swami's love towards us. We feel, Swami, we may not understand all these, we are not experts in all of this, but Swami, we love you. You are our Guru, you are our master. While Swami is pleased with that, he isn't completely satisfied because he wants us to understand and experience the true Guru and find that Guru in our lives. And these are the two themes that are predominantly forming today's program. It will consist of our loving offering of devotion to Swami and Swami's loving blessings on us with his insights and wisdom on what the true Guru is. Let us begin this beautiful session with Veda chanting that is coming from Africa in Benin. The school children from Satisai School in Benin will start the invocatory chants, after which we will have a prayer, a beautiful song. The beauty of this song is that this prayer has been gifted to us by Swami himself. Look at his compassion. He is giving us the prayer to pray to him. With that, we will begin this program and then proceed with talks, experiences, and so much more. Once again, welcome and Jai Bolo Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai.
गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्रवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Oh Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of devotion to Thee. Oh Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for Thee.
Oh Lord, take my soul and let it be merged in one with Thee.
Oh Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with Thee. Oh Lord, take
everything.
and let me be
A messenger.
With love, reverence, and gratitude, I offer my prayerful pranams at the divine lotus feet of our Guru and God, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you, I wish all of you a happy and blessed Guru Purnima filled with peace, love, and bliss. This auspicious day of Guru Purnima, the spiritual seekers all over the world offer their adoration and gratitude to their Guru for showing them the way to God, the way to truth. But we are blessed and fortunate. We have Guru and God in one, as Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. He is not an ordinary Guru. He is Paramaguru, the divine teacher. And he is Sadguru, the true teacher, because there are many fake teachers who misguide and misinform people. But our Lord Sai, in his name itself, there is Satya. He is Satya Bodhaka, teacher of truth. And he is also the Guru Nam Guru, teacher of teachers, the supreme teacher. And he is Jagat Guru, the universal teacher. His message is eternal and universal, and for people of all nations, religions, cultures, and races. He shows us the Guri, the goal of life, that is to realize that we are the Atma, we are divine. And he shows us this by removing darkness. Gu means darkness, Ru is remover. So he removes the darkness of ignorance and gives us the light of wisdom that we are the Atma. Then we realize Gu means Gunatita, beyond all attributes. Ru means Ruparahita, beyond all forms. So God is beyond all names, forms, attributes, time, and causation. And so are we. We need to realize that. For that, we have answers in his name itself. Our Guru is Satya Sai Baba. Sai is mother. Baba is father. So he is our divine mother showering love on us, and he is our divine father guiding and guarding us. And also he is Sai. Sa means Shiva, I means Shakti. He is embodiment of Shiva and Shakti protecting us like the eyelids protect the eye. So when we know he is our divine mother, father, and God, so what do? We have Sai. We give first preference to Swami, Ye, all others, then I, the little, small I, the last. And then we realize that we need to follow his teachings if we give priority to Swami. So his teachings is SAI, S for service, and A for adoration, and I for illumination, the path of karma, bhakti, and jnana. When we follow that, what will happen? Yes, we get transformation, spiritual transformation, yes. A for association transformation, and I for individual transformation. When we get this transformation, then no more our mind, senses go outwards. We turn inwards, because sadhana is inward path. So then we realize SAI, see always inside. What do you see inside? BA, Baba. Being, awareness, bliss, and Atma. That is Satchidananda. That is our very nature. When we see inward, see always inside, we realize that Satchidananda. And then finally we come to realize SAI, Sai and I are one. For whom we have been searching in temples, synagogue, mosques, and all that is our very own self. We are Sai, and we are one. That is the realization we will get. To do that, get this, Swami said we need to have certain qualification. This is called sadhana chatushtaya. Swami described that beautifully in the Sutra Vahini, which is a commentary on Brahma Sutras. So I briefly will touch on this topic. So the sadhana chatushtayam, fourfold sadhana is viveka, discrimination, 2, vairagya, dispassion, 3rd is shat sampatti, that is 6 treasures, 6 noble virtues. 4th is mumukshatvam, intense longing for liberation. So the first one is viveka. Always we need to have fundamental discrimination to see what is real and what is unreal. Because God alone, Brahman alone is real, everything else is illusory. So we need to constantly use this discrimination between the real and unreal. And then automatically the second part of the sadhana comes, that is vairagya, dispassion. Automatically we develop detachment for the unreal and attachment to the real, which is God. As we get more and more attached to God, automatically we get detached to the unreal, the worldly pleasures and worldly desires. And next comes this Shat Sampadi, 6 treasures, 6 noble virtues. The first one is Shama, that is control the mind. It's very important because mind is this source for bondage and liberation. Swami gave a series of beautiful discourses on mind and its mysteries in Dasra 1976. I would urge everybody to look into that. And one of the easiest ways to control the mind is japa, the repetition of the divine name. And Swami himself said, the one who has the name of Sai on his lips always will be Jivan Mukta, liberated while alive. Also, one can practice other sadhanas for the control of the mind, like meditation, singing the glories, and listening to the stories, and talking about his glories, and doing his work. Second is Dhamma, control of the body and senses. Swami says, bend the body so that it is used in the service of others, and mend the senses. The senses, Swami said, beautifully easy. Instead of trying to suppress the senses, Swami says, see good, see no evil. Hear good, hear no evil. Speak good, speak no evil. Do good, do no evil. So we can use the senses in seeing good things and divine things. And next comes Uparati. That means withdrawal from the distracting outside world, turning the vision and our causes inside. That is called Nivritti Marga. Instead of Pravritti Marga, instead of outward, go inward. So that is very important for spiritual seeker. Next comes Titicha. This is very important quality. Titicha is forbearance. Swami says this is grandest and noblest virtue. Swami is exemplar of the forbearance. He says forbearance is truth, forbearance is dharma, forbearance is love. So if you practice forbearance, Swami says you will be living in bliss. That is why he says bear all and do nothing. And when we practice forbearance, you will have no more anger, no more jealousy, no more anxiety, vengeance, hatred, any of those qualities. We live in bliss and radiate that bliss. Next comes Shraddha, faith. Faith in what? Faith in God and our Guru. Then faith in the scriptures, the words and the teachings of our Lord. And third, faith in oneself. So when we have this absolute faith, then the wisdom dawns on us. And next comes the Samadhana. Samadhana is one-pointedness, concentration, the constant thought of God. That is Samadhana. These are the 6 greatest treasures, Shat Sampati. The fourth sadhana is Mumukshatva, intense longing for God. intense longing for liberation. That is why in his discourse in July 28, 2007, Swami said, just have intense longing for 11 seconds. Wherever we are and any time, Swami will give us the darshan, the intensity. One time I asked Swami, how do I know I have devotion? Swami said, if you have that intense hunger for God, intense longing for God, you want God and nothing else, that means you have devotion. So, brothers and sisters, let us strive hard to develop these qualifications so that we receive the grace, love, and blessings of our Guru and God, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Jai Sai Ram.
Mukti the lamb was a misfit in the flock. He could not bleat like the other lambs. He could not run like them. He wasn't as white as them. He was ugly looking. He was mismatched, and everybody avoided him. He was very sad. He was depressed almost, and decided that he would run away from the flock. Mukti ran away to the edge of the forest where he collapsed in exhaustion. And that is where he met Guru. Guru, the majestic lion, who came and told him, hey, Mukti, you are not a lamb, you are a lion cub. Stand up, don't feel bad that you cannot bleat. You need to roar. And that is how Mukti the lamb discovered himself to be Mukti the lion cub. This is the story of each and every one of us. We think, as Swami says, that we are Anrutasya Putra, we are children of delusion and falsehood. But Swami says, no, you are Amrutasya Putra, meaning you are children of immortality. And not only does he tell this and preach this, he makes us experience it. Coming up next are three such beautiful, touching, exciting, and varied experiences of three different devotees. These are stories that show us how Guru, Swami enters our life, makes us roar, makes us find our voice, makes us strong and powerful, and makes us discover our inner strength. Finally, most importantly, teaches us what is truth, what is reality, and ensures that our focus is always on that reality. Let us open our hearts along with our ears and listen to these three beautiful experiences.
When I was 15, my mom came home from work one day and she said that, these frequent flyer miles that you get? She said her miles were going to expire. And she says, who wants to go somewhere? I was 15. She said, who wants to go somewhere? My sister was about 19 at the time. And I think she said it more as a joke. And I took this offer very seriously and I said, I'm going. And she says, well, where are you going? She said, I said, no, I'm going to Pushpati. I'm going to Prashanti. This was in 2009. And she says, but I only have enough for one ticket. I can't come with you. I said, it's fine. I'm going. So against all the odds, we actually still don't know how the logistics worked out, because as a minor, you're actually not allowed to travel alone. And I ended up going to Prashanti and spending the month there over Christmas, celebrated my 16th birthday in Prashanti as well. But the moment, I think, in my mom's mind, she says that when she left me at the security checkpoint at the airport, she says, as a 15-year-old, I walked with such conviction. I walked with conviction. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't scared. I didn't turn around many times to look back at her, whatever. I held my head and I walked. And this is something that's imprinted in her mind. So last week when I was asking if she ever thought, she says, the moment you walked that way, I knew Swami was with you. And I knew that he was the one that was carrying you throughout life's journey. You know, he says, no 15-year-old would walk that way. And I got there, and the entire trip from start to end was nothing short of miraculous. It was I can't even begin to explain the things. And one of the points, the key stories that comes to mind is the year prior, so 2008, I had a small heart procedure. So my flight from South Africa, Johannesburg, was through Frankfurt, then from Frankfurt to Bangalore. In Frankfurt, I ended up sitting next to what looked like an auntie. So I started chatting, and she told me that she's originally from Pune. She's a cardiologist, and she's working in the US. She's going home for the holidays. And we started chatting, and I told her, about my heart condition and whatever. She says, well, technically you shouldn't be flying. And we're in the air now, what can I do? And she says, it's a risk. You've got a device in your heart, and potentially you could have some issues, especially with the blood pooling in your legs and clots and all of that. She says, the only thing that could help you now is compression socks. Do you have any? And I said, no, I never thought to wear it, and I was never told to. So what should I do? And she says, you know what? This is very curious. And I said, what, auntie? She says, this morning when I was packing my bag to come, I had my compression socks on, wearing it already. But I felt the need to take another pair. And I didn't put it in my luggage, didn't put my hand luggage. I put it in my camera bag. And where was her camera bag? On her lap. Took it out, gave it to me, everything was fine. And everything in that trip for the full month fell into place that can only be described as Swami's will. I had the good fortune of being in the children's choir that year. And Auntie Alma, the choir conductor at the time, afforded me the opportunity of presenting the Christmas card to Swami. And I went up to Swami, and I had that blissful experience of being next to the Master of the Universe and experiencing his love at such a short, close distance. Asked him if I could take part in Namaskar, and he agreed. We did the Christmas performance, and one of the things that after the choir performance, Swami was sitting on the chair, and he just moved his finger slightly. And somehow I knew he was calling me. There was thousands and thousands of people, but in my heart I knew it was me. And I went up to him, and I spent a moment, and then that's when he started giving out the material to the boys, and he just said, "Pay attention." And then, thank you, Swami, went down. But the next day, I had not a squeak of a voice, not even a sound. And I phoned my mother back home, and
you got some infection?
Nothing. And the day, 2 days after, it was fine. And my mother asked me, what's wrong? She's worried. I'm so young. I'm so far away. What's going on? And I said, Mom, I sang last night, and I gave my voice to Swami. Right? Because night I went to bed, voice was there, next morning gone. Many years later, I did a podcast with a brother from South Africa around the Vedas. My journey through Swami's work has led me very strongly into the Vedas. So I'm now serving as the International Young Adult Veda Coordinator, along with Sister Marini in the UK. And Vedas is my passion. I teach Vedas as much as I can, chant Vedas as much as I can. And when I was having this podcast and I was relating the story to the brother, he said, "How interesting." I said, "What do you mean, brother?" He says, "That many years ago, you said you gave your voice to Swami, and now Swami is using your voice to teach the Vedas." I was like, wow, that's amazing, Whether it's true or not, Swami knows, but it's a nice thought.
I was not so devotional at all, like not so devotional for God or anything. But my mother was devotional. Then I got some injuries playing rugby. I got some injuries for a car accident. Then I was with a lot of damage on my spine. The intervertebral. Yes, I played rugby for 7 years. I was rugby coach too, and referee certificate. Yes. And what happened then with this accident? My intervertebral disc got herniated. Some vertebra got dislocated and rotated, and the roots got on the way. So I was struggling with a lot of pain. I decided as an engineer that I can find a solution. Is you check for my papers, then I design a functionally graded material with the design of the intervertebral disc. And I spent a lot of time looking for an answer and changing between doctors and doctors to find the answer. But the answer, it wasn't there. Then my mother told me to go to this doctor. She saved my life when I was a kid. But she right now is into alternative medicine. For me, that was like, no, that is not for me.
That's not medicine.
But it was like, okay, let's do it. She was pushing her on this. I went to see her, and then I was in a lot of pain. Anybody who got injuries on the spine know what I'm talking about. Like these cramps on the legs, like for weeks. A cramp usually is seconds, but when you have this, it's like 4 days. You are struggling with a lot of pain. You don't think in anything. Every time you're thinking pain, 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 pain. Okay. So I was there struggling with pain. Then she started the process, the therapy, everything. At the end, it was like the first time I was like, no pain. Then I went out and then asked my mother, how much do you have to pay for this? And then she said, no, don't worry for that. And I said, no. You pay what you have to pay, but any penny on my pocket is for her. I have been looking for 15 minutes without paying. Right now, I think I'm reaching 1 hour, so I don't care for 1 hour. I give everything that I have. That day, in the night, I got my first dream with Swami. I didn't know it was a Swami dream until the time passed. On this dream appears person. When I was born, I was with a lot of issues on my skin. Related to that, I was with a little disgusting when I see people having issues on the skin. On this dream appear a lot trying to hug me with any kind of disease on the skin that you cannot even imagine exists. And I was like, this is a nightmare. Well, they were coming and coming and coming. So at one point I say, you know what? If I hug the first one, maybe this nightmare ends. So I hugged the first one, then the second one, then it was like a long queue at the end.
All with skin problems.
Yes. At first I hugged all of them. At the end, it was Swami, the only one without skin problems or anything. This hue was so warm. I don't know how to describe it to you. The next day, I was like, I think I can walk without using the supports. I don't have pain, so this is the day that I'm going to the beach. I want to see the sea, and then if the last day that I can walk without pain, I'm going to enjoy this day. I took the bus, and it was a person with skin problems, and then he was talking to me, and I was so happy that day. And then I start talking with this guy, but without that feeling I have before about the skin or anything. At the end, I was like also hugging them, and then I said, okay, walking on the beach. This day, there is no other day more happy than this day for me, that nothing compares to this day.
So far.
Yes. At first, the doctor, she invited me to a side meeting. And then, even at first I see the picture, I didn't realize it was the guy of my dream.
My journey with Swami started very innocently in June 1992. June 92. At that time, my father was sick, and then he passed away. Yeah, on the 26th of June 1992, as you know, there is funerals, things like that. And the next morning, Saturday, we were supposed to bury him. And before midnight, I was sitting there in my father's compound with my younger brother, and I saw a man with a orange gun with a rock star style, with plenty hairs, and so I did not know him. And he said, Noel, don't worry, I'm the one who took your father, but don't worry, I'll take care of you. And then suddenly disappear. And then I asked my younger brother, have you seen the man who was standing here? He said, no. So I only saw him. I only saw him.
When he said disappeared, what happened? He just
Disappeared like a lightning in the sky. I saw a orange lightning, and then it disappeared. And after, I think 6 months later,
till now you have not seen a photo or
nothing. I did not even know who he was. And 6 months later, every night, somebody will come in my dream and chant Gayatri Mantra.
who? Swami? Or
I don't know.
Oh.
I will only hear a voice. And then my nephew, friends, he was in Canada at that time. When he came home, he brought Swami's photo. And he was distributing. And I told him, I know this man. I met him. He said, oh. He said, no, he came here. He came here. So what people are saying, there is one truth. When the time is right, you don't have to search for God. He will come to you. He came to me. And I thought, when I came to know that it was God, I said, oh, I'm lucky. I'll get everything. I'll go to New York. I'll enjoy life. To be honest with you, my brother, from beginning, when Swami came to my life, then I realized that that life itself is not easy. Because whatever I had like friends, like relatives, like whatever you can, I don't know how to say it, you can put your faith in those things, it disappears from my life. And he reminded me when I went to him, it was in Prashanti Nilayam, 20 years back, 2004, 20 years back. He asked me, finally you have come. I say yes. And then I started doubting. How is God and he can ask me, finally you have to, he should know that I'm here. He should not ask me. And he asked me, what you want? I told him, are you God? Blindly. He said, smile. And there is something funny with Swami and me. Anytime when you see me, he will smile. What is he looking? I don't know. Or maybe he's saying, oh, it's the same funny guy from the past. He has come again. Maybe that one. And I
So
said,
where did this happen? In the interview or outside?
no. How you know the veranda? That day the Sevadal told me, you come to the veranda. And I did not know the value of all this. I just went there, sit. And then when he came and looked at me, finally you have come, I say yes. He said, what you want? I say, if you are God, then I don't need anything. Because whatever I was supposed to be in need of, I got it. That's why I'm here with you. So Swami told me, don't love God. Don't love God. If you love God, you will suffer. But the people who were around me, they could not hear. This is what I realized later on. So don't love God. If you love God, you will suffer. Because God have no friend, He have no parent, He have no shelter, He have nothing. He will give today, all the people will bless him. The next moment, he remove from you. What if I given to you? You'll curse him. He said, do you want to work with this type of person? I said, I have no choice.
He asked you this?
Yes, I said, I have no choice. And he told me, lucky boys. Lucky boy. Smile, and he's gone.
There is nothing in the universe higher than God, different from God, or distant from God. God shines in and through everyone, whatever be the creed, the color, the tribe, or the territory. There is nothing except God.
I call you light, I call you soul, I call you universe, I call you God, I call you teacher, I call you Bhagawan, I call you Allah, I call you Jesus, I call you Brahma. I call you, I call you, I call you Buddha, I call you Elohim, I call you Mother Earth, I call you Father, I call you Mother, I call you daughter and son, I call you sister, I call you brother, I call you dear friend, I call you peace, I call you love, truth, righteousness, non-violence, I call
One of the reasons why we consider Swami as the Satguru is because of the unique perspectives, the insights, and the simplification that he does of complex scriptural statements and makes even common people like us understand and appreciate them. One example that comes to mind is the truth, Tat Tvam Asi. It is often taught to us as Tat meaning that, Tvam meaning you, Asi meaning are. It says you are that, meaning you are divine. But then, how can this be an Advaitic or non-dual statement, because there is Tat, that, and you? Two are there. How can a statement that has two be about one? Swami explains beautifully, saying the actual statement is Tattvam Asi. Tattvam meaning essence, Asi meaning is. Essence is. That is how, with the unique perspective, Swami converts a non-dual statement into the Advaitic truth. That is the blessing we have, such a master who simplifies and exemplifies these truths. Speaking a little more on this matter, we have a senior from the organization sharing his experiences and insights.
Revered elders, esteemed leaders of Sri Satya Sai International Organization, dear friends, heartfelt greetings to all of you on this most auspicious day of Guru Purnima, a day to pay homage to our Universal Master Sri Satya Sai Baba, as well as to all great spiritual masters of the world who have come to lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. Sri Satya Sai Baba has repeatedly emphasized the preeminence of truth as the ultimate goal of all spiritual efforts. He has said, everything in the creation is born out of truth. All creation merges back into truth. There is no place where truth is not present. O men, realize this pure and unsullied truth. Many years back, a group of young Greek spiritual aspirants, of which I was a member, urged by an inner longing to realize this pure and unsullied truth, visited Prasanthi Nilayam, the abode of highest peace, where Satya Sai Baba lived and taught, and performed a drama there. The drama consisted of King Janaka's encounters with three great sages of ancient times, Vasistha, Sukha, and Astavakra. King Janaka was a virtuous king, and although he was a man of great power, wealth, and position, his primary concern was the knowledge of truth and the realization of his true self. As Satya Sai Baba used to supervise the rehearsals, one day I had the opportunity to ask him about three Greek pre-Socratic philosophers, Pythagoras, Heraclitus, and Parmenides. He immediately answered, they were great sages like Vasistha, Sukha, and Astavakra. As the Vedic saying goes, truth is one, but sages speak about it in different ways. Of these three, Parmenides is considered the founder of ontology or metaphysics and has influenced the entire history of Western philosophy. The single known work by Parmenides is a poem in which he describes two views of reality. In the first part, which is known as the Way of Truth, he explains how all reality is one and only one. Multiplicity and change are unreal, and existence is timeless and uniform. His teachings can be summarized in the saying En Topan. That means all is one. In the second part of the poem, he explains the illusory nature of the apparent world, in which man experiences duality. As Satya Sai Baba used to say, a man with a dual mind is half blind. Coming back to the drama, in the third story, King Janaka meets the great sage Astavakra. Astavakra, as his name indicates, was physically deformed at 8 points of his body. And when he entered the palace, everyone started laughing. King Janaka, however, had an inner vision and recognized that he had before him an enlightened sage, capable of leading him to self-realization. Astavakra told him, I don't want any material offering from you. All I want is your mind. Janaka promptly offered his mind to his spiritual master. By offering his mind, he completely renounced his identification with the body, the senses, all desires, even the desire for enlightenment. At that very moment, he reached the state of self-realization. My dear friends, on this holy day of Guru Purnima, let us also dedicate ourselves fully to the quest of truth. This is the way to fulfill the purpose of our lives, which is to realize our true self and experience that beyond the apparent illusory manifestation of this manifold world, there is only one and only one divine reality, without a second. Thank you.
Whenever Bhagwan would rise to deliver his divine discourse, the audience in front of him would consist, figuratively and literally, of children to the senior-most elders. But Swami's discourse would have something to cater for everybody. That is why after the same discourse, you ask different people what Swami said in that discourse, and each one will share a different message and a different inspiration. That is something only the Jagat Guru can do. Deliver a message that is relevant to every member of the audience. And that is why I consider it a great privilege to request beloved Bhagwan to deliver and bless us with his divine Guru Purnima message. And as you do so, Bhagwan, may we keep our ears open and our hearts open to receive the unique message that you wish to personally deliver to each one of us. Please, Bhagwan, may we have your divine discourse.
గురువు అనగా దీని యొక్క అంతరార్థం ఏమిటి?
What is the inner significance of Guru? Guru.
రుకారో అంధకారస్య రుకారో తన్నివారణ. అజ్ఞానం అనేటువంటి అంధకారాన్ని నివారణ గావించేటువంటి వాడే గురువు.
Guru is the one who dispels the darkness of ignorance.
ఇంతే కాదు, దీనికి మరొక అర్థం కూడా ఉంటుంది.
It has another connotation.
గుకారో అనగా గుకారో గుణాతీతః.
Gu, beyond attributes.
రుకారో రూపరహితః.
Ru, formless.
గుణాతీతుడు రూపరహితుడు ఒక్క బ్రహ్మనే.
The one without attributes, the one formless is Brahma.
అతన్ని మాత్రమే గురుహు అన్నారు.
So God, Brahma is Guru.
కనుకనే అవతారం ఎవ్వరికి ఏ విధమైనటువంటి ఉపదేశములు చేయలేదు.
Therefore, avatars did not teach or upadesha to anybody.
ఉపదేశం ఎందుకు?
Why do you
మనం
need?
స్వదేశం నందే ఉన్నాను, ఉపదేశానికి ఎందుకు మనం పోవాలి?
When you are in Swadesha, in your own land, why do you need
నీవు
upadesha? The
బ్రహ్మయందే
teaching?
ఉంటున్నావు,
You are there within
నీవు
yourself.
ఆత్మయందే ఉంటున్నావు,
You are in
నీకు
spirit.
ఉపదేశం ఎందుకు ఇంకా?
Then why do you need this
ఈ
teaching?
సత్యాన్ని గుర్తించుకోలేనిటువంటి వారే ఉపదేశాలు ఇస్తూ వస్తుంటారు.
Those that do not know this truth, they start teaching.
ఏ గురువులు ఇతరులకు ఉపదేశం చేస్తున్నారో వారికి తిరిగి ఒక గురువులు ఉంటారు.
A teacher who teaches others has got his own teacher in turn.
కనుక ఎట్టి గురువు లేనటువంటి వారే గురువు.
Therefore, the one without any guru above him is the true
కనుకనే
guru.
భగవంతుడే. అందువల్లనే గురుర్ బ్రహ్మ గురుర్ విష్ణు గురుదేవో మహేశ్వర గురు సాక్షాత్ పరబ్రహ్మ తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. ఈనాటి కాలం లోపల, ఆధునిక యుగం లోపల గురువే బ్రహ్మ, గురువే విష్ణువు, గురువే శివుడు అని బోధిస్తున్నారు.
In the modern times, it is taught that Guru is Brahma, that Guru is Vishnu, that Guru is Ishvara.
కాదు కాదు,
No.
ఈ గురువులంతా బ్రహ్మ విష్ణు మహేశ్వరులు కాదు.
These Gurus are not Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwaras.
కనుక ఎవరు గురువు అంటే బ్రహ్మనే గురువు, విష్ణువే గురువు, శివుడే గురువు.
Therefore, Brahma is Guru, Vishnu is Guru, Maheshwara
అనగా
is
ఎవరు?
Guru.
బ్రహ్మ విష్ణు మహేశ్వరులు అనగా త్రిగుణముల యొక్క స్వరూపాలు.
They represent the three attributes.
బ్రహ్మ రజోగుణము,
Brahma represents the rajas, emotion.
సాత్వికమైనటువంటి యొక్క దీన్నే విష్ణు స్వరూపము.
The pious sattvic nature is represented by
తమో గుణం
Vishnu.
యొక్క తత్వమే ఈశ్వరత్వము.
The tamas dullness is represented by
కాబట్టి
Ishvara.
ప్రపంచమంతా కూడా త్రిగుణాతీతమైనటువంటిది కాదు, త్రిగుణతో కూడినటువంటిది.
Therefore, the whole world is
ప్రతి
under the
మానవుని
influence of
యందు
three
కూడా త్రిగుణములు
attributes.
ఉంటున్నాయి.
They are present in every man.
కనుక బ్రహ్మ విష్ణు మహేశ్వరుని ఎవ్వరూ కంటితో చూచిన వారు లేరు.
No one has ever seen Brahma, Vishnu,
ప్రతి
Maheshwara.
హృదయం నందు కూడా బ్రహ్మ విష్ణు మహేశ్వరులు త్రిగుణములతో ఉంటున్నారు.
Every heart has got this trinity, Brahma, Vishnu,
ఇంత
Maheshwara.
సులభమైన మార్గాన్ని మనం వదిలిపెట్టి
We give up such an easy path.
అనవసరమైన మార్గంలో మనం ప్రవేశించి
We proceed along the unnecessary
ఆపోహలకు
path.
గురి అయిపోయి అనుమానాలతో జీవితాన్ని వ్యర్థం చేసుకుంటున్నాము.
We are carried away by all sorts of imaginations and spoil our time and waste
మనకు
our
గురువు
life.
ఎవరు? నీకు నువ్వే గురువు.
Who is your guru? You yourself is the guru.
మర్మమెరిగిన మను నిమిషంలో మనసే వారికి గురుడండి అన్నారు.
When once you know the secret of life, your mind will be your teacher.
అంతకంటే మనకు గురువులు వేరు.
There's no other teacher beyond that, guru.
ఈనాటి గురువులంతా కూడాను
The gurus today,
ఏదో మంత్రాలను చెప్పటము, గురు పూజలు చేయించుకోవటము, ఈ విధంగా జరుగుతూ ఉంటుండాలి. ఒకరిని విమర్శ చేయటం కాదు, ఇది ఉన్న సత్యాన్ని మీకు చెప్తున్నాను.
what happens today is some teaching mantra is given to the disciple and the guru is worshipped on this sacred day. It is not any criticism, it is just routine what is happening.
చెవులో మంత్రము, చేతిలో డబ్బు.
Mantra is whispered into the ear and hand is stretched to collect the money.
ఇది గురుత్వానికి తగినటువంటిది కాదు.
It is not the sign of a guru.
గురుదక్షిణ అంటే ఏమిటి?
What is an offering to a guru?
గురుదక్షిణ అనగా నేనే గురువు అనేటువంటి సత్యాన్ని గుర్తించడమే గురుదక్షిణ.
The true offering to a guru is to know yourself that you are a guru.
కనుక మీకు మీరే గురువు.
You are a guru unto
నీకు
yourself.
నీవే బ్రహ్మ,
You are Brahma.
నీకు నీవే శక్తి.
You are energy.
సర్వము నీ యందే ఉంటుండాలి.
Everything is within you.
అందుకోసమని నేను అప్పుడప్పుడు చెప్తుంటాను, గాయత్రి మంత్రంలో ఓం భూర్భువస్సువః.
Bhagavan tells us in Gayatri Mantra, Om Bhur Bhuva Suvaha.
భూర్ అనగా భూలోకము,
Bhur, the earth.
భువః సూర్లోకము,
Bhuva Suvarlokam.
సువః స్వర్గలోకము.
Suvaha, heaven.
భూర్భువస్సువః.
Bhur Bhuva
ఏదో
Suvaha.
ఏమేమో లోకములంతా ఉండినట్టుగా మనం భావిస్తున్నాము.
We think there's so many words.
దీనికి సరైన అర్థములు చెప్పి ప్రజల యొక్క అనుమానములు పూర్తి నిర్మూలం గావించేటువంటి పండితులు లేకపోవటమే దీనికి మూల కారణము.
There are no scholars today who can explain the inner meaning, clarify all doubts. That is the reason for our ignorance today.
భూ అనగా భూలోకము.
Bhur means this earth.
భూలోకం అనగా ఏమి? మెటీరియల్ లోకము.
This earth, the life on earth is just of material.
కనుకనే భూర్ అనగా ఏమిటి? మెటీరియలైజేషన్.
So the first level Bhur is materialization.
భువః
Bhuvaha.
అదే మనసు యొక్క తత్వం అనగా ఒక విధమైన చలనం కలిగించేటువంటిది.
That relates, that pertains to the mind.
అది ఏ ప్రాణము.
That is life.
దీనినే వైబ్రేషన్ అన్నారు.
This is called vibration.
ప్రపంచము మెటీరియలైజేషన్,
The world is materialization.
ప్రాణము వైబ్రేషను,
Life is vibration.
ఇంకా సువహ
Third one, Suvaha.
అది ఏ జ్ఞానము.
That is
దీనిని
wisdom.
ప్రజ్ఞానం బ్రహ్మ అన్నారు.
That is called Prajnana, which is Brahman.
ఇది దీనినే రేడియేషన్ అన్నారు.
This is called radiation.
మెటీరియలైజేషన్, వైబ్రేషన్, రేడియేషన్ మూడు మనయందే ఉంటున్నాయి.
Materialization, vibration, radiation, all the three are in you.
కనుక ఎక్కడో ఏ లోకములో ఉంటున్నాయి కాదు, మన లోకమునందే ఉంటున్నాయి.
They are not present in any
దీన్నే
separate
సాలోక్య
world.
సారూప్య సామీప్య సాయుధ్యము అని చెప్తూ వచ్చారు.
This is what is called the proximity, the identity and the merger.
కనుక మనం దేన్ని కూడా మనం ఏమాత్రము విచారించనక్కర్లేదు.
We don't need to worry for any matter. For that.
చేయవలసింది మంచి కార్యములు.
We have to do good actions.
అందరికి ఉపకారకమైన కార్యములు చేయాలి.
We have to help
ఆ
everybody.
సమయం నందు కూడా నీవేం చింతించాలి.
What should you feel then?
నేను ఉపకారం చేసే నేను ఒక బ్రహ్మను,
I help him, I am Brahma.
చేయించుకునేటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఒక బ్రహ్మను.
The receiver is Brahma.
అందుకోసమే మన భారతదేశం నందు
So in
వీళ్ళకి
Bharat,
అన్నం పెట్టే సమయంలో దరిద్ర నారాయణ సేవ చేస్తున్నామంటారు. ఒక దరిద్ర నారాయణ, రెండో వాడు లక్ష్మీనారాయణ.
one is Daridra Narayana, the second is Lakshmi Narayana.
లక్ష్మీనారాయణ కావలసిన సేవకులంతా ఉంటారు.
Lakshmi Narayana has so many servants.
లక్ష్మీనారాయణ కావలసినంత శక్తులంతా ఉంటాయి.
Lakshmi Narayana is affluent, rich enough.
భోజనానికి ఏమి తక్కువ ఉండదు.
There is no shortage.
కానీ దరిద్ర నారాయణకి ఏ శక్తులు ఉండదు.
Daridra Narayana,
అలాంటి వారిని మనం శక్తినిచ్చి పెంపొందింప చేయాలి.
we should help Daridra Narayana.
అప్పుడు దానికి హెల్ప్ చేసి నీవు లక్ష్మీనారాయణలో చేర్చుకో.
By helping Daridra Narayana, you can become Lakshmi Narayana.
కనుకనే వ్యాసులు కూడా దీనినే చెప్తూ వచ్చాడు. హెల్ప్ ఎవర్, హర్ట్ నెవర్.
Vyasa also said the same thing, help ever, hurt never.
అనగా అందరికీ నువ్వు సహాయం చేయి.
Help everybody.
ఈ సహాయము నీకు నువ్వు చేసుకున్నటువంటి వాడే.
It is a help unto your own self.
కనుక ఏమి చేసుకున్నప్పటికీ మనకు మనం చేసుకోవటమే.
Whatever we do, it is a help to our own
దీనిని
self.
పురస్కరించుకునే వేదమునందు కూడాను సర్వజీవ నమస్కారం కేశవం ప్రతిగచ్చతే. ఎవరికి నమస్కారం చేసినా భగవంతునికి.
The Veda says, whomsoever you respect and pay your obeisance.
అనగా దీని
It
అర్థం
amounts
ఏమిటి?
to respect to God. What does it
నమస్కారం చేయించుకున్నవాడు కూడా బ్రహ్మనే.
mean? Means who receives your salutations is also Brahma.
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
Embodiments of love.
ఎంత కాలం నుండియో మీ యొక్క జీవితాన్నంతా కూడాను పెడమార్గం పట్టించి అనేక అనుమానముల చేతను సందేహముల చేతను జీవితం చాలా అల్లకల్లోలంగా మారిపోతుండాలి.
For long you have been treading along the wrong path, full of doubts and confusion.
ఏది రైట్, ఏది రాంగ్,
What is right and what's wrong?
కేవలం దీనికి మూల కారణం నీ వ్యక్తిగా భావిస్తున్నావు.
The main reason is you consider
నీవు
yourself as
వ్యక్తి
separate
కాదు,
individual.
సమష్టి.
You are not individual, but you are collective
సమష్టి కాదు,
form.
సృష్టి.
And you are cosmic form,
సృష్టి
creation.
కాదు, పుష్టి.
That is the strength.
పుష్టి కాదు, పరమేష్టి.
It is not mere pushti, the strength, but
కాబట్టి
it is
పరమేష్టి
parameshti,
నీవే,
divinity.
పుష్టి నీవే, సమష్టి నీవే, సృష్టి నీవే.
Therefore, you are the divinity, you are the cosmic form, and you are this
వ్యక్తి
creation.
అనేటువంటి వాడు శక్తి అనేటువంటి పుష్టిని మనం సంపాదించుకోవాలి.
Therefore, we should gain the strength of energy.
తరువాతనే దాని యొక్క విధమైనటువంటి సృష్టిని మనం చెయ్యాలి.
And then it leads to creation.
ఈ సృష్టి యొక్క శక్తియే పరమాత్మని యొక్క పరమేష్టి.
The power of this creation is the divinity.
కనుకనే అందరు కూడా భగవత్ స్వరూపులే.
So all are forms of divine.
ఎవరు తక్కువ ఎక్కువ అనేటువంటిది లేదు.
There's nothing like low and
ఇప్పుడు మీరు
high.
అనుకుంటారు స్వామికి ఉన్నటువంటి శక్తి మాకు వస్తుందా అని మీరు అనుకుంటారు.
You may feel, will I have that power of Swami?
ఫాలో మీ, తప్పక నేను ఇస్తాను, ఆ శక్తి మీకు వస్తుంది. మీ ఎందుకును ఆ శక్తి ఉన్నది.
Bhagavan tells you, follow me, I'll give you my
కానీ ఆ
power.
శక్తిని మీరు అనుసరించటం లేదు.
But you don't follow him.
ఈ ఆనందం మీకు కావాలి.
You want that state of bliss.
నిజంగా అనుసరిస్తే ఈ ఆనందం మన వెంటనే ఉంటుండాది.
If you really follow, you'll find the bliss
కానీ
following you.
వెంట మాత్రమే కాదు, వెంట గంట ఇంట కంట అంతలక ఉంటుండాది ఈ యొక్క ఆనందం.
You find the bliss always with you, in you, around you always.
కనుక నీవే ఆనంద స్వరూపుడు.
You are the embodiment of bliss.
Dearest Swami, may we exemplify and amplify that divine bliss that you have filled our hearts with. Swami exhorted to each and every one of us to be good, see good, do good and serve. It is with great pleasure and pride that I would like to state the Sri Sathya Sai International Organization considers service projects not only as a means to uplift and help others, but also as a means to uplift and spiritually grow oneself. And it does these projects across more than 110 countries in the world. And beloved Bhagwan, it is the great opportunity for our respected and revered chairman, Dr. Narendranath Reddy, to offer all of these humbly at your lotus feet on this Guru Purnima day. He will share a few highlights of some wonderful projects that your organization has done, Swami, and offer the annual report for 2023 at thy lotus feet. Sai Ram.
Dear brothers and sisters, on this auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima, with love, reverence and gratitude, I offer and dedicate the 2023 annual report of the Sri Satya Sai International Organization to our Guru and God, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. This annual report gives the highlights of the spiritual, educational, medical, environmental, disaster relief, and other humanitarian service projects done in more than 110 countries around the world during the period January to December 2023 by the members, officers of the Sri Satya Sai International Organization. Bhagavan Baba says the purpose of the Sri Satya Sai Organization is to make us realize our true nature, that we are the embodiments of divine Atma. We are the embodiments of divine love, and we are the embodiments of divine bliss, and also to serve the humanity, the animals, and the nature. In this effort, the many activities were undertaken. Just I would like to touch few highlights which are covered in this annual report. There were 3 major international conferences, one in April 2023 in Sai Premanilayam in Riverside, California, where the theme was Love and Service. The other international conference was in September 2023 in Sri Lanka. The theme was My Life, His Message. And there was another international conference in October 2023 in Barbados on the theme Satya Sai Education in Human Values. In all these conferences, delegates from many countries participated and were inspired by the love and message of our Lord Sai. And the Satya Sai Education in Human Values is promoted and nurtured by 28 Satya Sai Institute of Education and 40 Satya Sai schools. As a part of our offering to Bhagavan's 100th birthday, the Satya Sai International Organization has taken up the Sai 100 initiative with 13 ongoing projects. Just I like to touch the major ones, like we plan to do about 1,000 medical camps by 100th birthday, and last year itself hundreds of medical camps were done in 2023, and the major ones was in Nigeria and Benin in June 2023, where more than 2,500 patients were served. Also in July 2023, in Fiji, more than 2,500 patients were served in 6 locations. In addition, there are people who have cataract to help them regain their vision. In Sri Lanka, more than 1,200 cataract surgeries were done. And in Paraguay, they committed themselves to do the 1,000 cataract surgery by 100th birthday. And already they did more than 600 cataract surgery. In addition to various medical clinics and bone marrow drives, blood donation drives, and other projects, thousands of patients were given free and compassionate health care. Other major initiative is for environmental sustainability and respecting nature. In this direction, millions of trees are to be planted, and already more than 300,000 trees were planted in 2023. Another project is million steps towards Swami, wherein we intensify our spiritual practices to realize the goal of life. So I would like to appreciate and thank the contribution by the members and officers of Sri Sathya Sai International Organization, including zone chairs, committee chairs, and young adults for their time and valuable contribution. I would like to also thank the annual report team led by Dr. Anupam Ganguly, the chairman of the media committee, for their valuable time, effort, dedication, and commitment to bring about this inspiring and wonderful report. I request all of you to visit the satyasai.org website and share this valuable information with your friends, family, and colleagues to inspire them and motivate them to be part of this wonderful sacred mission. I pray to Swami to bless us with more and more opportunity to be part of this sacred divine mission, founded, nurtured, and continues to be guided by the Lord Sai. Samasta loka sukhino bhavantu. May all the worlds be happy. Jai Sai Ram.
Love will serve all that is away. See love, be love every day. Shine bright, your light come what may. Speak love, think love every day. Yesu, Jesus, teach us to pray. Buddha, Mahavir, show us the way. All is one, believe in God, no matter your faith. Come together, one and all in unity of faith. Fight ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक कैति महेश्वर ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीधरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतीका आश्रित कल्पलतीका आपदामो ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरु दैवम हरियंत नीवे स्वामी हरियंत नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राश्रय ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अमृत मंगल आरती अमृत मंगल देवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति शांति समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका